Hi Sally, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson this evening. So, quite happy with how things are going, looking at your swing. Yes, it's getting a little bit low and around, but it is so much more natural and better than last time I saw you. At some point, you're going to get your backswing looking a little bit more like this chap here on the right, and that's just by getting that left arm up, and you can see it covers your right shoulder where your left arm is a little bit low. But at the moment we're going to leave that because your transition down, as we start down, we can see the shaft of the club is on the money now. We want it cutting through that right forearm, so that's very good. And if we look at Robert here on the right, as he starts down, we can see his cuts through that right forearm. So that's all we want to stay with at the moment. Coming into impact, we can see everything looks pretty good. Okay, so if we just show you the bits we worked on today, one was we need to keep you in posture. So we can see here your bottom is on that line and your spine is on that line. There you go. Okay, and we'll do the same for Robert over here. We'll draw a line on his bottom and we'll draw a line through his spine. Okay. Now, if we look at yours, when we get to the top of the swing, already you can see we're starting to move off of that yellow line on your bottom, and you can see you're starting to move into the shot. And what that's doing is that's causing your spine, as we can see now coming down, it's changed considerably. If we look at Roberts here on the right, as he starts down, you can see he stays on that yellow line, but also coming down into the same sort of position as you can see his spine is completely intact. So you're just changing a few too many angles there, Sally, and one you can see really you're moving this way at the top of the swing. Okay, you're moving into it, and that's just making life difficult to strike. That's why we're hitting a few fat and thin. So that's the first thing we need to work on. How we work on that is really this foot. If we look at your foot compared to Robert's here, you can see his is rolling, so he's rolling on the inside of that heel, where you can see your right heel's come off the ground. And if that comes off the ground, that knee is going to come out this way, and that's going to make your pelvis come out that way, and that's why you're moving into the shot. As opposed to Robert is rotating or rolling that right foot. His knee's now looking, got far too many lines, sorry. His knee's now looking down the target line or at his left knee, and that's making him stay in perfectly great spine angle. The second thing we need to work on is just wake the hands up. I feel like you still grip it a bit tight. So coming through up here, we can see the face for me has still got a little bit too much loft on it where it's pointing. We look at Robert's coming down. When he gets that same stage as yours, we can see his is pointing much further left than yours. And again, I just feel like it's just a couple of frames out. If we get you releasing that club a little bit earlier with the body, and things will be in a much better way. We can see up here how open that club face is again, where if we look at Roberts, you can see it's rotated over. So his is pointing this direction, where yours is pointing that direction. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So just think of your tennis shots again. Just feel like as you turn that or rotate that, get that foot working better, we're going to get the hands to release a little bit faster because we're trying to hit little baby draws for you. Just get a bit more yardage on it in a better shape. Hope that all makes sense, Sally, and any problems, give us a shout.